So, you said, let's talk about books again today with ice cream. Look at this, right? We've got this one.
Fire.
Fire.
Why is there fire?
Well, let's talk about it in a second. And we've got this one.
Sea.
Sea. And then we've got this very special one.
The land.
The land. Can I tell you something about these books? It's the same book. This book and this book and this book have the same words inside. Which one do you think looks the nicest?
This one is not nice. Look.
The subpress one doesn't look nice. Why?
Look. I think this one.
Yeah. This one was worth about 4 ice creams. This one was worth about 15 ice creams.
You're talking about the sizes?
I'm talking about the money. So if I were to buy this book, it would cost the same as 4 ice creams.
And how about this one? 15.
15. And this one...
But what if when we buy some books and they're very expensive, we get the same amount of ice cream?
I think that's a great idea because you know how many ice creams this one was worth?
How many?
100 ice creams.
And if we buy the book and every time we have to buy a book, we get the same amount of ice cream that it costs.
That's a great... Rather than get the book, we get 100 ice creams instead. Or get both.
Only if we could buy the ice cream and then we have to get the same amount of ice cream that it weighs.
I don't think Dada would be married very much longer if that happened.
That would be so funny.
So here's a question for you.
My ice cream is melting.
That's okay. If these 3 books have the same words inside, why do people buy the more expensive one?
And why are they different pictures?
Yeah, because they're the same on the inside, right?
Yeah.
And you know this one, it's still in its bag, right?
Yeah.
Dada hasn't even opened it out of its bag.
Because it's very special.
It's very special. And you know, the man who sold it to me gave me a big discount. So Dada has to keep it very special.
What's a discount?
A discount is when he says, you don't have to pay everything. You can just pay a little bit of it.
So that's good.
That is good. That's why I bought it.
So we don't waste money.
Yeah, well, arguably, that's too late. But here we are. Do you know what it's called?
You know what I don't like the most on this?
Tell me.
But I tried and I ate all of it.
Yeah.
The beans.
The red beans.
Yeah.
Do you have any left?
Just 2 more.
Can I have one?
Okay.
Thank you. This book is called Deadhouse Gates.
Why?
Well, there's something in the book called Deadhouse Gates. What's a gate?
It's something that protects something. Like a cage on a lion.
Like a cage on a lion. That gate has to be very secure, right? Can I tell you what's happening in this book?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, this one has a scribbly in it. Should we take a look at the scribbly and see if it's neater than last time?
I cannot see the scribbly.
Oh, you didn't scribble in this one. Stephen Erickson, where's my scribbly? So this... Oh, you did have a scribble. There it is.
That's a funny scribbly.
It is a funny scribble, isn't it? So this book...
Maybe if his name is Nothing, because he's just scribbling.
Yeah, his name is...
Sometimes when it's so funny, I laugh a lot.
Am I funny?
Sometimes when you tell a big joke.
Do you remember last time we spoke, we talked about something called empire? Do you remember what empire is?
My man that ruled the book, and he was trying to trap the blue city.
Oh, so the man who wrote the book and the emperor are different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the author is the person who wrote the book. And the emperor is the person or lady who runs the empire. And the empire is when lots of countries have one king. Remember? And the city with the blue fire, you remembered that well.
Because I keep remembering.
Yeah, you're great at remembering. So
I remember the first page of it.
So this book doesn't take place in the blue city. It takes place in a different place called 7 Cities. And in this book, 7 cities, they say, no, thank you. We don't want an empire anymore.
Why do they make the fire?
Why do they make the fire? Well, this isn't fire, this is desert. Because 7 Cities, the place called 7 Cities, is a desert. You lived in a desert, right? Did you like living in Kuwait?
I liked my best friend.
Who was your best friend?
Daniel.
Daniel. What was Daniel like?
He was a bit silly because he thinks he's 5, but he's 4.
Who's funnier, Dada or Daniel?
Daniel, because he always thinks he's 5.
I'm 5.
No, you're not. You're 31.
So what happens in this book is a rebellion. And that's when the people in the country, they say, we don't want the emperor anymore. Go away, emperor, go away.
Why?
Because maybe the emperor wasn't being nice to them? I don't know. Why do you think?
Maybe. Because they don't like the emperor's color on their clothes. And those are not their favorite colors.
So maybe the empress's clothes aren't quite right. Maybe. We're back to colours, aren't we? Anyway, so what happens is, all of the people in this country called 7 cities, they say, go away, go away. And every person in the empire has to run away. When everyone's running away to get their bodies safe, that's called the chain of dogs.
Because they look like dogs. Because they're running.
What do you think about that?
That's bad to fight.
It's bad to fight. Is there any...
And to say go away.
Yeah, it is hard to say go away. But guess what happens at the end of this book?
What?
Okay. The people on the chain of dogs, the people who are running away to keep their bodies safe, almost all of them get to the city and they're safe.
But some of them don't.
The leader of everyone, the one who's in charge of getting them to run away.
And what do they do to him?
Well, here's what happens. Actually, he comes back as a little boy. He comes back as a little baby. So how else could Coltane have gotten over the walls? Trampoline?
You put an X in the ground, then you...
What, like a pole vault?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe he could have done a really big jump. Or a ladder. That would have been a good idea, right?
Or a ladder that, when he's on top of the wall, he pulls it out of the ground.
So they can't follow him.
Yeah.
Or a rope even. I think we need to alert Stephen Erickson of this plot hole. But can I tell you what else happens in this book? You're not going to believe this. There are people in this book that can turn into animals.
What?
They're called soul-taken...
Like the first one of this book.
Yeah, because Anamander Ray can turn into a dragon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well done. But in this book, people can turn into all kinds of animals. So maybe you can turn into a rat.
Or a dinosaur.
Or a dinosaur. Or a mosquito.
I hope they turn into a Triceratops, because I want them to turn there, because it's my favorite dinosaur.
What about Daniel, the funny man? I'm not bitter.
Is there a funny dinosaur?
Quetzalcoatlus is kind of funny, right? He has a big beak. There's that plot line, and then there's another one. This one's kind of tricky. I'm trying to think how I can phrase this to you and keep it PG-13. So, one person in this book, his name's Kalam. So, Kalam is trying to get to the Empress and say, stop taking places over. So he's going to go find Lucine and say, stop doing this. And you know what happens at the end of the book?
What?
Kalam goes to the Empress and he says, stop taking places over. Stop doing bad things. You know what the Empress says? No. And you know what Kalam says?
What?
Okay. And that's that plot line.
What?
What do you think about that?
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's kind of resolved pretty easily, isn't it? What Lucine actually says is, I actually have some clever plans, and you don't know my clever plans.
That's rude to not tell your plans.
Isn't it? Do you tell me all of your plans?
I have a plan in chess to beat you in the house.
You have a plan to beat me at chess in the house?
I can go one move here,
Mm-hmm.
from here, and then 2 moves from here, and if you get this one that's more farther away, I can get you.
You're thinking about how to strategize in chess, right? You got to think ahead. But I've got to tell you about 2 more characters in this book.
Who?
They're called Mappo and Icarium. And Icarium has a problem. If he gets too excited and too angry, he starts fighting everybody.
Excited is happy?
Well, excited just means you have a lot of feelings. That's what excited means. You have too much energy in your body.
I mean, okay, let's go to the beach top, yay!
Yeah, so if Icarium starts fighting if gets too excited, if Icarium gets too much feelings, he starts fighting everyone and he can't stop.
Why?
I don't know. Have you ever felt too much excitement or too much anger in your body?
When I'm playing with the ball, when I'm trying to get the goal, I go excited like, oh, I can't wait to play with the ball.
So when you get the ball and you want to get the ball and score a goal, that makes you really excited.
Because every time I want to play soccer, I keep getting in the goal.
You're a good soccer player, but you know what it's called?
What?
Football. But there's a problem.
What?
Ikariam can't remember anything.
Why?
Whenever time he gets too excited, he forgets everything in his life.
Like he's going on a train.
So that's why the book is so big, right? It's got so many pages because there's so many stories. That's what happens with books with grown-ups. They don't just tell one story, they tell a lot of stories at once. Thank you for talking with me about books. Did you have fun?
Can you do the other one?
The other one? There's 10 of them, remember?
I broke my train track because I bent it too hard and then look.
Oh, you broke your train track, can I see? You know, if this happened to Ikariam, do you think you'd get too excited, too upset?
To accept.
Should I get some glue and fix this for us right now?
Yeah.
Should we do that? Should we say goodbye to the video?